back to the Trending Minds channel. Take a moment to look at your plate, which includes rice, dal, roti, and curd. Now, here is the shocking truth. In India, half of rural families and 1 out of every urban families cannot afford even 2 simple thalis per day. This is not about restaurant food or fancy diet. This is about a basic home cooked meal. Yet, India spends lakhs of crores on food through public distribution system. Why are millions still unable to afford a balanced plate of food? World Bank says India has done an amazing job reducing extreme poverty from 16.2% in 2011 to 2.3% in 2022. Sounds like a success story, right? But the Thali Index, the cost of preparing a simple home cooked meal consisting of rice, dal, vegetables and curd, it tells a very different story. One thali costs roughly 30 rupees. 2 thalis per person per day means 60 rupees. Survey shows that half of rural households and 20% urban households cannot meet this basic cost. So income may have risen, but many families are still food insecure, and more importantly, they are nutritionally insecure. Here, where it gets interesting, thanks to public distribution system, rice and wheat consumption is almost the same for rich and poor families. So when it comes to calories, India has made great progress, but look closely at pulses, which are the main source of protein for most Indians, and you will see a huge gap. The poorest 5% of families eat only about half the pulses eaten by the richest 5%. That is the hidden hunger in India. The public distribution system under the National Food Security Act provides rice and wheat at just 2 or 3 rupees per kg over 80 crore people. This is one of the world's largest food welfare program. But there are problems. First one is leakage. Almost 28% of cereals never reach the intended beneficiaries. And the second one is food targeting. In rural areas, many richer households get nearly as much subsidy as the poorest. And the third one is cereal obsession. The public distribution system focuses almost entirely on rice and wheat, while real nutrition requires proteins, pulses, and vegetables. So even with huge government spending, people remain undernourished. And we are paying a high price financially, socially, and in terms of health. Why does this matter? Malnutrition leads to stunted growth in children, weak immunity, and poor health. It also reduces productivity. A less healthy population is a less productive population. The government spends huge sums on food subsidies, but the poorest still lack of essential nutrition. Socially, this creates inequality. 2 children may eat 2 thalis, but only one is truly getting a balanced meal. So, how do we fix this? Experts suggest 3 clear steps. First step is rationalize cereal subsidies. Not everyone needs free rice and wheat. Reducing it for richer families can save money and reduce logistical stress on storage and distribution. And the second one is include pulses in the public distribution system basket. Just like rice and wheat, pulses should be available at subsidized rates. This directly addresses the protein gap and improves nutrition. And the third one is redirect that savings to nutrition programs. Funds can be used for midday meals, Anganwadi nutrition schemes, and awareness campaigns. This ensures that every rupee spent improves real health outcomes, not just fill stomachs. Let's take a step back. The Indian thali is more than food. It represents dignity, equality, and health. India has solved the calorie problem in the last 20 years. Most people get enough rice and wheat, but now the bigger challenge is nutrition. A nation can't become a true superpower if its people survive only on empty calories. Real strength comes from proper nutrition. Equalizing the thali is about building an India where every citizen, rich or poor, has the same strength, same nutrition, and same opportunity. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.